Yo, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hold on. Alright, trade recap on, alright, let's move this over. Just quick trade recap over, took 2 trades today, 1 break even, 1 loss. Both good trades in my opinion, but let's get into it. Gotta quickly do this, gotta go to the journal. I'm gonna make myself something to eat and then gonna go walk and then finish my whole daily schedule. But yeah, I just gotta look into other stuff. Alright, so let's get into market open, right? I'm charting on TradingView, but I'm going to go on, what is it? Alpha Trader to show you guys my executions. And since I don't have, like I said, the TradingView Premium, then I'll show you guys like the 30-second on the Alpha Trader. Alright, so let's just go into market open. Charting on NQ because NQ is like sometimes there's a gap on NQ and not on MNQ and whatever. So let's get into it, right? I'll start off on daily time frame. Yeah. Overall it was an easy day. Let me just close Discord for now. Let's close Notion should be open so far as okay, previews open. Alright. So yeah. These are both good trades, honestly. I like the 30-second and the 5-minute long. So just getting to we're on the daily time frame and we are still bullish, right? I am still leaning bullish, clearly in this market maker buy model. As you can see right here, just delivering off that daily intermediate low. What else, right? Delivering off the daily intermediate low, just respecting this daily bearish gap and then respecting this bullish daily gap. I don't care that this bullish got inverse because we're still holding this. If we like close below this, then that just proved that okay, we should be looking for shorts. We also took out some buy side right here, and going to market open. This is my main draw on liquidity. I consider myself high time from bullish. Buy side, is this an internal? Yeah, intermediate high. So yeah, but let me just mark out my lowest, and I really think this is it. I like how I'm performing recently. I've recently been performing very well on the markets, and not only on the markets but off the markets, you know. Just completing my schedule and whatever, and it's really just improving how you look at the markets and how you trade, right? Because it's just discipline off the markets reflects on the markets. So yeah, let's go down to the 4 hour. That was high time from bullish, right? And then prior to market open, we had this 4 hour gap unfilled. So I just had conditions, right? And then on ES, we were also edging all-time highs. We also have this right here. This. We also have this high right here, which could be a prominent buy side. It's not an intermediate. I think it's an intermediate high on the hourly. And we also have this far, right? So all of this low resistance magnets are buy side. Buy side pools are above us, which are all low resistant. But how do I know that price wants to get there, right? By using conditions, right? So going on to the hourly, here, right? We're just pumping up. Clearly, in my opinion, in the market maker buy model, high time frame and also low time frame. So here, as you can see, we're just printing like the buy side leg, and then right here, why did I delete that? Alright, and then we also have this high right here, which we swept, but that just made me low time frame bullish. No, low time frame bearish until sweeping out this hourly, right? And then also that was my condition. And going on ES, market opens right here, and then we had this intermediate. It was a 30-minute intermediate low. Let me check something. Yeah, all-time highs is all the way up here now. And where is the intermediate low? So yeah, this was my kilo. This was my kilo right here. Equal lows, but equal lows doesn't matter. Most importantly, it was a intermediate 30-minute. You know, for nothing. So going on a 30-minute. There's also this 30-minute intermediate low, but I don't really care about that one. Just this is my main condition, right? This is my condition, right? So on NQ, let's go to market open right here in the 5-minute. So this is both the hourly and then this one, right? The first one I'm pretty sure it was in the premium, slightly up in the premium. This was in the discount. So I'd prefer I would want to see the discounted one get hit, right? For even more confluences. And then after that got hit at, when did it get hit? At 9:35. Right here, 9:35. Alright, let's go into 30 seconds. Let me open up my Alpha Trader. Let's open up Alpha Trader. Oh, hold on. How do I? Okay. Wait, hold on, chat. Alpha Trader. Right here. Okay. I think I can now. Let me just do this real quick. Okay. I don't know why is it like that. Alright. Okay, that should be good, right? Okay, that should be good. Alright. I forgot to tell you guys the numbers, but numbers don't matter to me as long as you're following your rules, and that's all that matters, right? Took 2 trades here. Use the executions. And then yeah, that's a breakdown. Why does it why does it say it's a this is 1, 2, enter right. Okay, exactly, yeah, 2 trades. Let's get into the 30-second time frame. Alright, so we swept the hourly, whatever. And then yes, also swept this intermediate low, 30-minute intermediate low right here. And yeah, let's go down to 30-second. Let's view this trade. This is the first trade I took, and this is before the 5-minute opened. So let's move this over. Right, so the first entry was this 30-second, was once we were in a true spot of distribution, or what, bro, I'm confusing it. Once we're in like a spot of distribution on both assets. So in this case, we were in a true spot of distribution on NQ since can you guys see my screen good, or is it like, should I zoom in more? I don't know, let me do this. Alright, I hope you guys could see it. So we're in a this was true manipulation. Both assets were in a spot of distribution since on NQ we tapped into the hourly, the discounted hourly, and on ES we tapped into the 30-minute intermediate low. So I want along once I see both of them synced, right? Both of them in a spot of distribution. So we got this 30-second inverse right here. Make it red. Entered right here. Stop was very protected right here, this because we also reswept that. And then I didn't really have a target in mind. I just wanted to hold until what? No, I think I did have like 9:30. It's 9:30. Is this 9:30? Yeah, I just wanted to hold till 9:30 open for a nice 1 to 2. Yeah, and then I risked 500 on this one. And then as soon as the 5-minute open, I went break even. I got stopped break even. And I have no problem getting stopped break even because it's my rules. You know, I don't want to pull out nothing discretionary. If I know my rules are profitable, right? Don't want to tweak them around, don't want to move them around. Maybe, okay, we tapped into a 5-minute, right? This is some things, you could also, I do this sometimes, but when we don't really have like a 5-minute, that's delivering us lower, right? So we tapped into the 5-minute, and then we have this 1 minute, right? Right, so you don't really, other people may not want to go break even, because the 5-minute is gonna probably make us go down to this 1 minute before continuing higher, right? But I just rather protect my profits. You know, if we just tap into that, okay, unfortunate, right? Because there is times where price just ignores the 5 minute, it just goes higher. Or if we tap into like the 5 minute, maybe have like a 3 minute here. Yeah, and then if we don't have a 5 minute, there's no reason to go break even. I just leave my stop right here. But yeah, that's the trade. 1 or 2. I think that is, in my opinion, this in my opinion is trade of the day. Honestly, trade of the day. Got break even. So this was trade of the day from, in my opinion. Why do I have trading view open? I don't know. I should close trading view. Don't need trading view anymore. Alright, so yeah, I think that was trade of the day. 30 seconds. Let's just go over through my checklist for this trade. Sweep of a high time frame gap, yes. Or intermediate low on yes, and then both assets are both assets in the spot of distribution. Yes, both assets swept the key level. Highest time frame, gap inversion. I think there was a 1 minute, but the 1 minute also closed. Yeah, exactly. The 1 minute closed. What else? Wait, let me think. Oh yeah, the 1 minute closed. Is there a 2 minute? Yes, but it's a little bit too premiumed. So here's the thing, right? When I backtested this, like the Judases, the Patty swings, whatever you want to call it, always use a low time frame gap. And in this case, I did use the low time frame gap right here. So I didn't use the highest time frame. I didn't use the highest time frame inversion. I used the lowest time frame, or the lowest time frame inversion, I guess, only for 9:30 manipulation, because this is a clear manipulation at 9:30, right? There was also a manipulation to this 5 minute. I don't really consider it. It's unspotted for me. Yes, you are targeting an agreed upon DOL, but I just don't like it. It's not my style of trading. You could kind of say it's sponsored since we swept this buy side and we're just following the trend down to a 1 hour, and the 1 hour is my condition. So if we were truly bullish, then we would have to sweep the 1 hour, and if we were bearish, then we would have to sweep that 1 hour, right? So yeah, but with my rules, you know, this is like the real trade, right? What else? Yeah, it's just unsponsored 5 minute. Don't really want to be doing that. 50 seconds IFG, not bad. It did work out, but every bad trades could also work out, and good trades could also fail. So in my opinion, this is trade of the day. 30 second IFG. Breaking out the 5 minute, no other way to prevent that. You could have. We're just protecting capital, right? We're protecting our losses. That's our 5. And then I saw that we tapped into 5 minute. And what's next, right? Tapped in 1 hour. And then we also, since we opened that 5 minute, I went break even there, and then we also inversed this 5 minute. There is no true manipulation, or both assets, no true manipulation on this trade exactly. But here's the thing, right? What did I want to say? Here's the thing, right? Both assets were still distributing from the hourly, right? They were both still in a spot of distribution. The distribution still hasn't ended, right? We still haven't met our key level, right? If we sweep this, okay, then price may have a reason to maybe reverse all the way down here. If we sweep this buy side right here, then price may seek sell side as low resistance liquidity. But as of right now, sell side is high resistance liquidity, and buy side is low resistance liquidity, since we are proving that we are bullish since we inversed this 5 minute at hourly, and we don't really need a stop hunt for that, right? So yeah, I entered right there off the 5 minute. No break even point in my opinion. I want to go break even right here at this internal high. But yeah, we should have just delivered. Going to journal, gonna think about things that could have improved, but overall this is following my system. But yeah, stop at the swing low. Targeted like a 1 to 2, I'm pretty sure, right? Or what did I target? I was first targeting it, but you know, or 1 to 1, you know, whatever. But the stop loss is what is important, right? And then second, right, we opened up this 5 minute draw on it, and then we tapped into it. We got this 1 minute inversion. 1 minute IFG could have entered. Or why did bro? I need all of that for my journaling. Why did I exit? Alright, so enter right here. Stop at the swing low. right? Target this 1.53. That was at 9:51, 9 minutes before 10 a.m. We were in a true spot of manipulation, but we did tip into the 5 minute. US wasn't really in a spot of distribution. It wasn't really delivering off of anything, but if you just missed the 5 minute, then you could still take this as like an internal trade, and it's a really good. And I think this is has nice structure right here. 10 a.m. opened low. It's sweeping this intermediate low, enter here, targeting the end of this 1 to 1.6. Yeah, so no reason to go break even here. I'll just go break even here. You could probably gotten break even here if you were lucky, but no reason to go break even there in my opinion. And that trade was, yeah, and then SMT right there, and then we were still tapping SMT. Yeah, we were still different from that hourly, right? The distribution still hasn't ended. So yeah, 1 minute. These were good trades in my opinion. It was alright trades, honestly. Maybe this 951, what are we doing off of, right? That 5 minute, yeah, it is a good trade, honestly. Good trades. Yeah, these are 1 minute. This is 1 minute longs are good trades. Out of all of these, this 1 minute long is better than this one. Yeah, 10 a.m. open low, and we're still, yeah, exactly. But trade of the day, in my opinion, was this 30-second long, and then also this 5 minute trade of the day was also this 5 minute inverse. You know, trying displacement candle on that 5 minute inverse. I hope I'm not muted. But yeah, if you guys took any of those trades, if you guys took the 30-second long, the 5 minute long, IFG long, then congrats on you guys. In my opinion, it is a nice trade, and I truly believe it's a nice trade. But obviously, you gotta learn from those losses. I'm not sure if there's anything to learn from those losses, but I'll figure that out once I'm done journaling, or while I'm journaling. Because you gotta always reflect on your wins or losses, right? What could we done better? Off the top of my head, off this 5 minute, off the 30-second, the start of the 30 I don't think I could have done anything better, right? To actually get that 1 to 2 to 930 high. What I could have done better, or in a sense of what could have I done so I could have profited off the trade. One thing, the only thing I could have done is not go break even at the 5 minute, but therefore if I go break even at the 5 minute, that's breaking my rules. That's just breaking my rules. You can't really, okay, 5 minute, we tap into 5 minute, and then we're also, but it's a 1 hour against a 5 minute, but then we have a 1 minute inverse for value up. So 5 minute, it's just conflicting, I guess, confluences. We are delivering from the hourly down here, but then we have that 5 minute, and then we have 1 minute at your entry point. So maybe the 5 minute could also beat the 1 hour and just continue over to that 4 hour. So yeah, you just gotta protect your capital. Nothing to really improve on the 30-second IFG. The 5 minute, you could have won break even at this 5 minute intermediate high, or the 930. The 930 high, but I think when did we reach that? Yeah, it's just because we were also going to open up like a 5 minute down below, and then yeah, if you guys went break even there, I think it's a bad break even point, since we were about to open a 5 minute below, like under your entry point, and then also why we go break even there, because your break even point is defending low resistance liquidity higher. Rejection block right here, 15 rejection block. Someone's calling me, and hold on. One and done. So I'm done for the day. Let me just pause the thing. Make sure. Okay, hold on. Let me just pause the thing and let me answer this call. I got last thing to say to you guys. Alright. Something else I could have done to prevent this loss, was just take one trade a day. That is a part of my rules, but it's really just that could get ignored, in my opinion, if you have that rule. If it takes off the same manipulation, like, right, okay, we get a 30-second low time frame, but then we get a 5 minute IFG. Yo, I'm out of breath. Alright, so we get the 30-second IFG, we got break even. Okay, you got break even. It's not like you got a loss, because if I got a loss, I would have been off. And then we got the 5 minute IFG. It's within the same manipulation, like, it's just like one whole trade. You could look at it as one whole trade. Get that 5-minute IVG. It just counts as one trade since you're using the same manipulation leg. So yeah, nothing I could have done better. But like I said, I need a journal. I'm gonna upload this. Gotta delete this off the MacBook because, or I don't even know. But I'm just upload it on the Discord, on the YouTube, on everything. Gonna probably look into short form content and uploading that, but gotta see because I'm not sure. It just depends if I have time. I'm telling you guys, it's way easier making like a 20-minute video right now on a trade recap than making that short form content with like the AI voice. Or I mean, that's not an AI voice, that's my voice. But with all the screenshots, like 20 screenshots and whatever. Enough yapping. That's a trade of the day. Got a journal. Gotta finish my schedule. Kind of late right now. It's 11:34 a.m. Gotta not waste any time. Gotta upload this, because 20 minutes long video. I could have finished my journal 10 minutes ago. Made myself some food, but doing it for you guys. Want to see you guys improve, and I want to actually like help out other people in the future and want to become like, big someday. All right. See you guys. What else? Yeah. Good day today. Good performance today. But charts weren't just delivering. But yeah, see you guys.